So you think you want to be an English major? What can you do with an English degree? Theodore Geisel started his literary career just like you, as an undergraduate English major.
And he decided that he was going to hold a multitude of careers.
Theodore Geisel had an English degree from Dartmouth University, and he took that degree and became everything he wanted to be.
Which was just about everything possible.
Everything.
Pretty much most of them.
While living the drunken college life, Teddy Geisel was a newspaper editor.
After graduating, he became a graphic designer.
And an animator.
An illustrator.
A cartoonist for the Sunday comics.
An adult author. Yes, that is a naked lady.
A political cartoonist. Horton for president.
A soldier.
A documentary script writer.
A screenplay writer.
And a publisher.
An entrepreneur with all the associated bills and brokenness.
A movie producer.
A musician and a composer.
A literacy advocate. Y'all better read now.
He attended grad school, but he was a dropout.
But most importantly, he was a wizard, and this was his wand.
During his life, he wrote over 60 books, including...
And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
The 500 Hats of Bartholomew Cubbins.
The King's Still.
The 7 Lady Godivas.
Horton hatches the egg.
The Galliget's Pool.
Sidwick, the big-hearted moose.
If I ran the zoo.
Horton hears a who.
Scrambled egg super.
On Beyond Zebra.
If I ran the circus.
Cat in the Hat.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yoodle the Turtle and Other Stories.
Happy birthday to you.
Bartholomew and the Oobleck.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Green eggs and ham.
Sneetches and other stories.
10 apples up on top.
And many, many more.
Dr. Seuss's books are still relevant to us today because they talk about issues that are still prevalent in society. One of these examples is the Butter Battle book, which discusses two warring sides and was published during the Cold War.
One of the sides buttered their bread with the butter side up, and the other side buttered it with the butter side down. And butter side down is better. And at that very instant, we heard a clop clop of feet on the wall, and old Van Itch clopped up. The boys in his back room had made him one too. In his fist was another big boy bombaroo. I'll blow you, he yelled, into pork and wee beans. I'll butter side up you to small smithereens. Grandpa, I shouted, be careful. Oh, gee, who's going to drop it? Will you or will he? Be patient, said Grandpa. We'll see. We will see.
The Butter Battle book is published during the Cold War and centers around the equivalent of a nuclear arms race.
It mirrors what was happening in the United States at the time, with one side being the United States and the other side being Russia, both in a race to get the best arms, and both ending up in a standoff with nuclear weapons, seeing who would fire first. This is still a problem that we face today, with countries amassing arms and standing ready to attack each other.
This helps us know a little bit more about what it's like to be in a tense situation and how to handle conflict.
By the Lorax, I speak for the trees.
I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle-lit tree of them all. But now, said the Onceler, now that you're here, the words of the Lorax seem perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. Environmentalism was a huge movement in the 70s, which is when this book came out. It also talks a lot about activism and how important it is for normal people in the community to speak up and take a stand against something that is wrong.
This book has received a lot of criticism, especially in logging communities, where it has even been banned from certain schools. However, this issue is still something that needs to be looked at and is still very relevant for today.
In a world where global warming and other such environmental issues are still debated, we need this book because it explains that speaking up about issues that affect our environment means that we're talking about things that affect us, our safety, our health, and our awareness of the world around us.
You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where you go.
Oh, the Places You'll Go chronicles a journey of self-discovery, of empowerment, and of realizing that sometimes you're going to make the wrong decision, and that's okay.
It's a journey of life, a journey which we've all embarked on, a journey which we're all in the middle of. Dr. Zeus showed that you should never let man's restrictions get in the way.
He wrote entire new alphabets for some of his books and was willing to make up any word that he needed to make something rhyme. He showed that man is not bound by language,
But that language is bound by man.